Yo, what is going on, man? We back with another video, man. This is Cyberpunk Edge Runners is Ruthless, man, by ImKevinn. And we got some beautiful ladies. But first, Ganja, you seen this before, right?
I cried at the end. I sure did.
We got some beautiful ladies, no cap. Go ahead, introduce yourself. Let them know where they can find you at.
Okay, hi, I'm Crystal. You can find me on TikTok at Crystal Carter 2018.
Hey y'all, it's your girl GhanjaGoddess. All my socials are GhanjaGoddess. You can find me on every platform at GhanjaGoddess.
Okay.
Hi guys, it's Kiara. You can follow me on all platforms, Instagram, YouTube, and Instagram at ITSS_Kiara.
What's up, y'all? I'm Kiara, also known as Kiara XOX. You can find me on YouTube, Kiara XOX, TikTok.Kiara XOX, and IG__Kiara XOX. And just show y'all the top.
Okay. We don't want to turn into something else as is YouTube. No count, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey y'all, I'm Ashley. My Instagram is thatsash__.
So what's that right there?
Oh, honestly, I was going bar hopping and I got this as a gift from a stranger.
What you was sipping on? What you was sipping on that day?
Come on now, you know, the Don Julio. Come on now. Okay.
The Julio will do it though. Okay. For real.
Yeah, the fat red guy.
Alright. Y'all ready?
Yep.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're watching Peak tonight. Man, they still got us working this case. Should have been home by now.
They still got y'all on the clock? What are y'all even doing out there?
Jack it, but if they paying overtime, it don't make a difference to me.
Eating donuts.
Who the hell are you? Back it up. Walking up to my window like, oh shit, a double barrel. And that's how we're starting. Immediate violence, cause of death vaporized. Then they all started emptying their mags, but just like in every other show, cops are useless. Gazillion-dollar organization and they still can't get good loot. Meanwhile, this guy is immune to bullets with built-in missiles. Then he proceeds to spray. I don't even think he aiming at nothing, he just shooting. But this guy was waiting for this moment, his time to shine. He was going to be the hero of this tragedy. He peeps the reload, this is his chance. Well, he tried. Who could have known bro had a built-in sight? Man, this guy runs in, don't know what his plan was though. What did you think getting closer was going to do? This guy has like 200 pounds on you. Your gun is your only option. If anything, you chose the worst option, because little do they know, this guy has a blade in every appendage. He sliced him with the knee blade, then rips him in half. And his next move is just him wanting to show off. He enters the Speed Force, head taps all of them, and he even had an ending animation as well. But that's when the military force gets involved. They proceed to fry his systems. Kinda crazy how they can just implant a virus in your shit. Then they took turns shooting bro until he curled over. Kinda reminds me of someone. But from this point forward, he became sorry. Cause yeah, technically you're aiming at the right spot, but I know you see them bullets bouncing off his skull. Dude really became an average Batman thug. Will shoot everywhere but the place with no armor. And it's the fact that the adjustment couldn't be made before he stuffed the barrel down your throat.
Dang.
And I guess in the future when you die, your life gets turned into a VR game. Don't know why that's even a feature. And it must be a form of crack because the way he's acting says it all. But before David heads to school, we see moms. And from this scene alone, she already got my respect. A single mom working the night shifts, put her son in this prestigious school even though that hurts the bank. She just making sure her child has a good path to follow. But she was like, oh yeah, you mentioned the update needed for class. What'd you say you needed? Oh, nah, it's cool. I got Doc to handle it. And she was not happy with that. She don't want him taking no shortcuts. Then the news cuts on talking about the incident from last night. And turns out the military implant that guy had was missing. When David leaves for school is when we see that she's the one who took it. How did she take it without anyone noticing? No clue. It was attached to his spine. They acting like it was a plug and play. Like she just disconnected the USB and walked off with it. But after further analysis, I came to the conclusion that Night City is only a few months away from becoming Gotham. The scene when dude was walking to school is bizarre. This guy has a 12 gauge aimed at his chest getting robbed in broad daylight, and we got children across the street enjoying the show. But this next one is crazy. I don't even think Gotham would do something like this.
What? She wanted that bionic arm.
She wanted that.
They don't play. This anime is serious.
After further analysis, I came to the conclusion that Night City is only a few months away from becoming Gotham. The seen when dude was walking to school is bizarre. This guy has a 12 gauge aimed at his chest getting robbed in broad daylight, and we got children across the street enjoying the show. But this next one is crazy. I don't even think Gotham would do something like this. These guys are out in public getting their rocks off.
What?
But the scariest part was these guys are willingly standing next to us out of all the walls you can choose, because I'm sure
with machines is even crazier.
Bro, I got the newspaper right there, like he don't see what's going on.
Oh my, right.
Over there. He said it's just another day.
Literally. Automatic jerk off 3000s on him.
Oh,
literally.
So it's curled
ain't
for
no
everything.
way, bro. And he got the serious face too. Like,
Right.
I don't see what's going on, bro. I'm tired of seeing this. You know what I mean?
Bro got his toes curled. Yeah, he feeling every
Yeah.
That's insane.
it's plenty. You choose this one. We cut back to David and turns out he can echolocate bad bitches. I don't know what causing him do this. But
Really?
she disappeared anyway when he tried to run up on that. Anyways, we get to school and we're on immediate. This guy is angry for no reason. Called his phone just to call him a gutter rat. Said it must be hard for a school update to cost your life savings. Like, bro, why are you so mad at his poverty? His pockets do not affect you. If it bothers you so much, slide him a ban. Help out the community.
Literally.
But when they
Exactly.
tried
Give
to
him the
use it,
money.
he just fried the entire system. And the entire class broke their neck. They all knew exactly who it was. But something like that gets you called to the principal's office. And off rip, I already know what tax bracket he in. Bro has gold embezzled in his hand. We must be in the wrong school. But moms was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'll make sure to pay for the repairs. He was like, Mom, he ain't say all that. But on the way home, they was talking about it. And David was like, you know, I've been thinking, maybe I could drop out, find some work. I don't belong in that school anyway. But not gonna lie, when mom started crying, bro, that hurt me a little. Seeing your parents cry is a whole different feeling. And if you're the one who caused it, oh yeah, you're gonna feel terrible for the rest of the week.
Yes,
but to make the day even worse, they get a damn LMG sprayed through the car. Then those shoot a whole RPG at the other car, causing it to go directly into us.
What?
Whoa.
Please.
And then we see that mom's got chucked out the car. The trauma team pulls up though, so we thinking everything's okay. They're not the clients. Let the streets have them. So we cut at David waiting at the hospital. When the doctor comes with good news that the surgery was successful. Mom's hasn't waken up yet, but she's stable. And this day is just getting worse and worse. He goes home and they lock that shit. Rent past due. Luckily, the vent had no screws or he would have been sleeping on the streets.
Tough.
But now he's trying to figure out how to pay for the medical and rent when he finds the extra spine moms was hiding. Immediately calls up Doc. An opportunity for bread, he ain't gonna pass that up. But Doc gave him a price he wasn't too happy about. He said, yeah, fuck that. Then we fast forward to when David is trying to UAV bad bitches again, but he runs into his #1 op. Listen, I don't hate you because you're poor. Quite the opposite, actually. Not your fault you was born on the wrong side of society. I don't mind a street kid attending the academy, as long as you pay your way. What cracks my chrome is something else entirely. You know what? Look, Troon, you saying a whole lot of nothing. That right there. Your kind doesn't belong. Hurry up and drop out. You're nothing more than trash. Born from worthless scraps, raised to do nothing with your life. And you can't do anything to change that. It's in your blood. The least you can do is not affect us with your virus. Choom. Oh, and I heard your mommy paid a visit, begging for her baby boy to not get expelled. Oh, and that reminds me, your mother. How can she afford to send you to a school like this? A few things come to mind. Not gonna lie, David has full right to crash out right here. Talking about someone's mom is crossing the line. He was gonna walk away until dude hit him with like 17 chest bumps. So David finally snaps, but you know, having a Kung Fu USB kinda makes a difference. Then he proceeds to, I don't even know. Even David was confused. But he was really just giving him a preview to the combo he's about. Bro started spamming them light attacks. Then he elbows a neck, punches the face, lifts him up, connects with like 20 gut shots, then ends the combo with a gut kick. Had that boy laid out looking like Yuji out there. But this has to be the worst 2 days of all time. First he gets embarrassed in front of the entire class, then he makes his mom cry, then 5 seconds later they have LMGs at their neck, then his mom needs surgery, then he gets locked out of his apartment, then he gets verbally abused, then he gets physically abused, and to top off the list, he goes to the hospital and his mom didn't make it. Let's take a moment and
No way.
It's crazy.
Oh my God. He's a crash out. This is crash out.
That's a hard day. Oh
For
no.
real. He took it too bad. Dang.
of a great
First
mom.
episode, by the way.
First episode. Oh my God.
Everything I do for you, D. Don't you see that? You're breaking my heart, mijo.
Oh, this is sad.
I see why she cried.
So smart.
Yeah, that's sad.
Just wait.
Everything to me. You have to work hard and rise through the ranks. My son at Arasaka Tower, top floor. I can just see it. You've got this, D. You're my son.
Hey, it's me. Heard about your mom. I just wanted to let you know that I don't give a fuck. You're worthless. Your mom's worthless. Your entire family line is filled with failures. You know, there's a lesson in all this. Your mom tried living beyond her means. Don't make the same mistake.
Oh my God.
He said, F the bread, I want violence. Put this shit on me. And he raw dogged the surgery too. No numbing, no anesthesia, just bare back. And not a single second was wasted. Put up to the school expeditiously. Yo, punk ass son. You bonk Martinez, where's the cameras? Have you lost your mind? Fuck up. I got some new chrome. Come on, let's test it out. Get up. Then old boy gonna try the same combo again, but David now has his speed force. He said, yeah, this'll do. Then the big bad tough guy started crying on some, oh, my dad works for the company. He won't be happy about this. You should have ran when you had a chance.
Finish him.
Okay, baby. It was cool when you did it. It's a problem when I did it.
So my son's a bitch. Then we cut to our boy. He's doing the sad walk. Has no real destination. He's just moving. But I will never understand why he chose to sit there of all places. Directly in the splash zone. When he was on the train, his UAV went off again. Caught Shorty pickpocketing. Pickpocketing? Pignecking? Caught her robbing people. Then she tried it on him, but he wasn't gonna let that slide. So she pulls him to the side and not gonna lie. I don't use this phrase often, but it's perfect for the situation. My boy, you lost order. You started off so good too. You gained points when you stopped her from robbing you. And that jacket belt clean as a bitch. You're one of the few swaggy MCs. But 5 seconds later, you folded immediately. The moment she touched you, your entire demeanor changed. Then you get your face slammed into the glass. Man, that hurt to watch. But after that, they decided to team up, rob like 30 people before the night was over. But spamming the speed force has its consequences. So she called the ambulance, but the second she noticed what implant David got, she up-pulled immediately. But Lucy was on 10. She kicks the stretcher, hops out the back, and I don't know how she's staring through traffic like this. But my luck, I would hit the first incoming vehicle. So they pulled up on Doc, bought some immunoblockers off him, and then she invited him to her crib, and I was like, yo, hold on. David, was you spitting game off screen? How did we get here? But not gonna lie, beer and cigarettes is a crazy combo. Like, that shit is vile, disgusting, repulsive, outrageous. But we need somewhere to sleep, so we'll let this slide. Then she was like, look, I got something to show you. Brought him to VR space. And do y'all hear that music?
What is that melody?
This song was bumping. I'm not gonna lie.
I really hope I can add a song, because if not, this will make no sense. But this was a cool first date. And at the end, she was like, oh, I haven't shown anyone this before. It's a first time for everything, right? And not gonna lie, they call my ass smiling. I was happy for my boy. He deserves this.
That bitch.
Yeah, don't trust her. Yeah, literally.
What?
No, not like this. Lucy.
See?
Oh no.
It's always the pretty one.
You telling me all that was fake? The smiles you shared wasn't real? You lied him? Then he wakes up upside down, being threatened to get his back ripped out. Big dude saying he stole his chromosomes working for it. Bought and paid for it. The supplier just ain't never show up. But that's when we find out the supplier was his mom. This is how she was getting the extra cash. But sadly, we already know she passed away.
Bro,
Maine
for
was
what,
like,
though?
damn, that's tough, kid. But I
him.
still want my shit. Then David tried negotiating like, look, I'll pay you back whatever you pay my mom. I can work and get the money back gig by gig. Let me show you what I can do. No risks are being taken tonight. All three of them uphold with efficiency. Quick drawing Hall of Fame. But David ends up showing them anyway, so they was like, oh shit, maybe you are like that. I got a job just for you. This one here is Kiwi, and Dorio and Pilar you met. And I'm David, who asked. Here's the game plan. Our target
Nobody
is
asked you.
Arasaka bodyguard. It's a simple job. We just need to borrow the data from his car. All this guy cares about is betting on fights. So what we're gonna do is whoop his fighter's ass. Then watch him drink his tears away. That's when you come in, swipe his key and hand it to Dorio. She'll forge a copy to unlock the card. Then all you gotta do is sneak it back before he notices. But we know it's not gonna be that easy. He got a call from his boss, so that ruined the entire plan. But that's when Becca pulls up to buy some time, doing some freak shit. But now it's Lucy's turn, hacking the mainframes. But they ain't have enough time. The security locked their doors and now boys at the window. Put 3 bullets in that shit, so Maine was like, just start the car and dip. But I don't know how to drive.
Get out of there.
Everybody got time.
Look, he's sitting there dumbfounded.
Come on,
Go.
bruh. This is not the time. You rather put your faith in that glass stopping point blank bullets than drive? So he instantly backs up into the pole, goes forward, and bro didn't even try to turn the wheel. But now they got people on the tail. Then David hits the meanest turn in history. And for a first-time driver, he's moving like he's been doing this for 40 years. Driving against the flow of traffic with people trying to kill him and somehow surviving. So they make it to the spot, and somehow there's not a single scratch. The amount of times he pulled off impossible feats with his car, he drove on the side like 2 times in that chase. But anyways, David must be feeling himself, because he was like, yo, Lucy, you stay here. I'll scope the place out. A nigga like me is not doing that. We're running the buddy system. I'm not scoping out nothing by myself. Cause look, he got ran up on immediately and damn near saw the light if Lucy ain't pull up. If you walked a couple more feet, you would have been cooked. The show would have ended right here on episode 3. So he finally remembers he has an OP ability in shoulder checks, dude. But his recovery is maxed out. That did not phase him. David would have died again if Lucy ain't stepping in. Damn, is your weapon that strong? I don't know.
Lucy.
You might need a nerf.
Literally.
It's not even an offensive build, but you can do stuff
My
like
favorite
that.
meme right here.
But you telling me you had a blick this whole time? I feel like that would have been more effective than the lasso of truth. But don't even worry, because a real one pulled up. Kicked his door off for no reason, though. He really could have just opened the door, but it doesn't matter, because that's what real niggas do. He gonna clash with a blade and easily overpower that boy. You know they always got one in their leg, too, but Maine said, shut that shit down. Then it just cuts to them celebrating. No one mentions how David should become a NASCAR driver with the way he was moving, or how Manny casually has a weapon of mass destruction in his arm. He literally obliterated a guy. But hey, I guess it's just another day on the job.
Yeah, the club.
But then some guy rose up, and it happened to be someone of importance. He's the guy they take jobs from, and he was a little upset about how they drove an Arasaka car into his land. But what I want to know is the purpose of having 3 eyes on the same side of your face. What do you gain from that? Aesthetics? And I know Maine was holding back the urge to hit this guy with the power of Zeus. The way this dude was talking.
The less you know, the less I risk. Understand this and understand it fast. I do not pay you to think. I pay you to check the boxes on my list. It is my place to see the larger picture. It is yours to listen. You will do as you're told. That is how our business is done.
Now, if Maine chose to nuke the area, you can't be mad. The way you were talking deserves an ass beating. But this next part was kind of like a training arc for David. Had him running deliveries, and Becca opening a door with Blake in hand is crazy. Do you greet everyone like this? No hi or hello, just straight gun to face. But after that, Lucy calls, and look at this happy ass boy. Did you forget she lined you? Skipping to her house is crazy work. She gotta earn them skips. But they were just getting some cardio in. Said he gotta build up his body to keep up with his implants. Went as far as to get new lungs too. Do y'all think we'll ever get to that point where we can just replace all our organs with machines? Cause I feel like that would be cool to an extent. maybe like
Just
one
now water
cyborg
your
arm, but
ass.
when you got your whole
I'm
body
good
cloaked in
off
aluminum, you gone too far.
No,
At
I
that
don't
point,
think
you're
I'm good.
pretty much AI.
Right.
But during this whole training art thing, that nigga Maine, that's my dog. Cause he really sat down with David and was like,
Love
look,
me.
there's gonna be a time where
Yeah, cause hey, if it's like that, then you don't know when the organs gonna go out or anything, right?
Right.
And they got a
Okay.
thing called, like cyber sickness. If you put too much metal in your body, you will literally go crazy, like the dude we seen in the beginning. So
Yeah.
You ever seen The Wizard of Oz? That man died from fucking lead poisoning. That played the Tin Man.
The Tin Man.
A bunch of metal organs, really.
Facts.
you need is and slid him the blick. Now, nothing good comes from guns, so I'm kind of glad David acted the way he did. And Maine left it alone after that. He was like, all right, cool, but just keep that thing on you just in case. Oh, and how's Lucy doing? Treating her right? He immediately got nervous.
Yo, what are you talking about? I ain't into her like that.
Yeah, sure, pal. I beg to differ. But after that, it was really just everyone hanging out. Him training with Dorio, at the range with Becca. I don't even want to know what he was doing with Pilar. Oh, freak ass. But now he's renting Cyberpunk to the fullest. Got it sprayed on a jacket. And now Pilar is crashing out for no reason. He saw someone pissing and just couldn't believe it. Arrest him for doing a basic human function.
Yep.
That was
Pow,
the
right in the
most
kitchen.
random death I have ever seen. Did the authors not like you or something? He died to someone with their dick in hand. That is beyond disrespectful.
Dang.
Now Maine is yelling at David to lock in because that boy froze. And bro, is that a missile? Can anyone just get their hands on that? They can just go to Walmart and pick up a box of bombs. These weapons of mass destruction is way too common. So Maine kicks him out the way. Becca swiped Shorty gun and started emptying mags. For a good reason too, that was her brother. But Maine told her ass to calm down. She has a good reason to crash out, but she is not crash out Maine. I couldn't tell if she was missing or that boy was eating, but either way, she almost got took off the map. Good thing Kiwi can EMP her shit, cause that was looking grim. Then Lucy tries to do the same thing, but that boy just walked it off. Now, David has been in an aura deficit ever since he got pinned to the glass, but he makes up for it. He gets that dude's attention, enters the Speed Force, gets close enough to put the gun to that nigga head. Sorry, Mom, but this bitch gotta die. Not gonna lie, you gained some sauce points from that. But somehow he survived a point-blank bullet to the head. But Maine came through with the buzzer beater. To be honest, I don't know if anyone besides Rebecca cared about that guy. Cause there was no talk, no mourning, no damn, that was my nigga. Like, but peep this though. Dorio was like, alright, David, get her home safe. Oh, and Maine said you can borrow the V. Real niggas, man. So now the plan is in motion. Drive Lucy to the crib. I'm just gonna work with the vibes. They went to the roof and look at the view. Sets the mood. And Lucy was like, look, I know I lied you earlier, but I was telling the truth. First time I ever showed anyone that. Then the convo kind of went to, why don't you think I got what it takes? Maine thinks I do. Then she hit him with the,
Don't make a name for yourself as a cyberpunk by how you live. Make a name by how you die.
Then David was like, why are you saying we're
Why would
different?
she
We're
say that?
exactly the same. I'm gonna take you there myself, fly you to the moon. That's a promise.
Okay.
That's why he's there tonight. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
I never been so proud of a main character before. Most of them never get this far. My dog David broke the cycle. But anyways, it's back to business. We got another lead on Tanaka, who by the way is the principal of that school. But we find out he's into some freak shit and meets up with the guy who supplies his freak shit from time to time. So the plan seems easy enough. We just gotta kidnap the supplier. And turns out he has a reservation at Embers in 2 days. Table for one, with his lonely ass. David, you're up first. Hope you're a good actor. Huh? Wait, you're the real Jimmy Kurosaki? Can I shake your hand? And look at Maine, 7'5", 350, pure metal, big ass trying to sneak up on bro. I don't even think he needed a rear view camera. He probably would have just heard your ass. And then he proceeds to hit everyone with an EMP. Dorio comes through and beats the fuck out of Maine. Woke him up with pure haymakers. I don't know how that worked. But turns out David got took, so now Lucy and Dorio are tracking him down. So now we see what happened to David. And this dude woke up in a dungeon of death. Bodies in every direction. Then we peep that police are walking through and David got a blick in hand. A blick that's not his. So I'm thinking he got set up. I don't know how he could have got all these bodies down here, but that's the first thing that came to mind. Oh yeah, he's definitely being controlled. No
Yep.
way he could have hit a
Going to
no-look
jail.
double headshot like that. So
Like,
he
he ain't
runs out
even-
and had the entire police force waiting outside. And how did every
Got the
single one of them
whole
miss all those
tornado.
bullets? I don't know. We're just gonna look past that. Runs off again, bumps into this guy and immediately emptied the clip. Didn't even see where that was. He said shoot first, check later. Another pulls up, enters the speed force, and he has a Cyber Psycho eyes. But once he put out that blade, I knew he was in a Genjutsu.
Oh, he just murking left
So
and right.
turns out this guy forced
That
David to
crazy
get
girl
high
with
off his
fibers,
own death.
crazy shit.
Then he yaps for the next 10 minutes about using David as some experiment toy when Lucy and Dorio spun back. But y'all know it would never be that easy. Dude spawned in drones. But not gonna lie, David made that shit look easy, bro. Grabbed the gun and was flash stepping all over the place. And like I said earlier, Dave is my dog. But he stayed looking goofy. How do you trip over your own feet while in the speed force? Lost the blick and everything. But Lucy finally finished the hack, so it all worked out. Then they tell him to call Tanaka over here. He pulls up expeditiously. He wasn't missing out on the new drop. So he ends up getting surrounded, puts his hands up, but that gave him a perfect opportunity. Spooked everyone with that AoE. Main tries to shoot, but it's like the third time his chrome messed him up. Leaps in, kicks him out, follows up to the gut, connects the two-piece, hits the arm down, knuckles to the face, palm the jaw, got that nigga holding his shit. Sweet chin, music, other leg for the disarm, and he charged the hell out of this. Finally, someone stepped in. Was y'all just watching him get beat on? Then Main just ends up with a mean hook, left a mark in our boy face.
Yeah.
I don't know where they took him, but don't let it be so. They're about to hold my dog Main. Bro can't even hold a noodle box without spazzing. And he insists that he's fine, but he's keep popping them damn meds. But not only that, his mind is so jammed that he's flashing in and out of random spots. And he's starting to get a little violent. With Dorio of all people. That's probably the last person he would ever think about hurting. Also, this is how they got Tanaka looking. Right now, Kiwi is diving through his mind looking for data. Yo, bro, not like this. Don't let my dog go out to cyber psychosis. Cause he finally comes back to us, he just sitting there confused. Don't know what just happened. Then David and Lucy pull up, got filled in on what just happened, and it's pretty obvious now my dog is gonna get hold. If I'm being honest, I didn't really care about Pilar. But Main, that's my dog. So David walks back in on Lucy and Dorio arguing about something, and bro, is that another Twitch? If I lose my dog and my girl in the same episode, I promise you this vid will end right here. So Lucy and David takes over for Kiwi. She doing her thing when Tanaka starts waking up, which is a bad thing because it messes up the link. David peeps that was going to put him back to sleep, but he gets distracted by his yap. He was saying something like, David, you can stop all this. Arasaka sees potential in you. Do not throw your life away. I'm hoping David doesn't fall for this malarkey. Maybe all that was true before he knew you was working with the ops. But that's when Main busts through the door, hits him with a drink, and he immediately flatlined. And if they're dead, that can mess up the data extraction. And worst of all, when someone of his stature randomly dies, the SWAT team gonna pull up. But luckily, they were able to get him back. Yo, David. Yeah, Lucy's all right. Start talking. The fuck were you thinking? Me? What were you thinking? What you doing? Punching the bros? Walking in the walls and shit? And when you thought it couldn't get any worse, the jammer got fried when bro flatlined, meaning the SWAT team paid up the signal. So he takes Lucy to the V, and that's when we find out all this was for no reason. Tanaka had no data. Meanwhile, we cut to Dorio and Main laying shit out, back to back, putting straight belt to ass. But my dog is tweaking out. Don't even know where he is right now. Damn near committing friendly fire. So Dorio finds a way to get him some more meds.
This mess
lying.
Yeah.
What?
And then I'm not gonna lie, this scene put a tear in my eye. Seeing David trying to stand beside Main, even though they both know he's not making it out of this.
It's the end of the line for me. But not for you.
I got y'all.
Fast is what you do best, ain't it?
This reminds me of Nanami.
Just keep running.
And this is where he took his final stand, fought to the very end.
Yeah, that's right, don't give up now.
And the only thing he got out of that was his arms. I know you're hurt, man. Me and you both. We just lost 2 bros in the same episode. What am I watching? A Kami got killed? But now we have ourselves a time skip where David is a new top dog, trying to fill in the shoes Maine left behind. And Becca finally accepted the party invite. Shorty was AFK that entire last arc. And this nigga David swole now. I'm pretty sure he cheated though. He did not grind for that. But you can see how different he is. Like 2 episodes ago, he was scared to carry that little pea shooter. Now he's pulling shotguns out his inventory. So we pull up to the spot, Kiwi marking all the enemies. It's a small army in there. She was like, y'all should go find the back door. Bro said, yeah, nah, this is easier.
No folks.
Unless you want extra chrome in your fucking skull, I suggest you reconsider. Then Kiwi comes through with the hack, and at that point it was GG's. Becca over here trying to drop a nuke, and Dave is putting Maine's arms to good use. They go upstairs and look at this goofball. It's 2077, you still choosing a brute class? We've been finding a workaround for that build. Speed. And you know what David specializes in?
What? Literally.
That was embarrassing. Bro was waiting at the doorway and everything too. Who did he think he was? Nigga thought his health bar was gonna pop on the screen.
Don't worry, boss. I'll check the room.
Yo, watch your foot.
Like, what the fuck?
Anyways, this was a rescue job. Mission complete. They got the target out of there. But then it cuts to him getting worked on by Doc, and I'm just like, bro, did we forget what just happened to Maine? Nigga, you was there. Even Doc saying you gotta chill. You're repeating mistakes you know the answer to. But he also said David could be an Atom Smasher 2.0. And that's the final boss if I ever seen one. This is who Arasaka got on payroll? How did he not go Cyber Psycho? But we fast forward to when we meet up with a certain someone. The same guy who rolled up on us at the party. And with Maine gone, he needs a new heavy hitter to pick up where he left off. But Maine wasn't some average Joe. He needs David to prove he can perform on that level. So he got him a little test job. But before we get to that, we see what's up with Lucy. Ever since that day, whatever she saw in there had her acting a little different. So she finally tells us her backstory. Since the day she was born, she's been involved with Arasaka, raised to become a perfect net runner. Every single day, back to back, non-stop diving. You'll serve the most powerful megacorp one day. That dream is what got them through it. The dream they were forced to have. And even when their training was done, nothing changed. In fact, it got worse. They were forced to dive into old nets. Nets that collapsed over 50 years ago. Nets that were infested with rogue AI. Over and over, they were forced to watch their friends get destroyed until they finally had enough. The tech staff didn't stand a chance, so they ran. Even when you heard the cries of your friends, you don't look back. Next thing she knew, she found herself at Night City. But then she randomly gets alerted to something. And now I think I know why she was acting different. In the last job, she said there was no data. She lied. It must have been info on Arasaka agents. My guess is that she's on her revenge arc. Maybe she recognized the people who forced her to net run back then, cause she looks like a full-on villain right here.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
It's getting late. May I go home for the day? I asked only because my son got into the academy. I wanted to surprise him.
How nice, another legacy hire. Please extend my congratulations. Go get the UG2 sample and you're free to go. Not gonna lie, David, you might be a dumbass. You literally saw Main start tweaking out the same way you are right now. But you refused to downgrade. But Arasaka started to catch on. Because not only is Lucy doing her covert ops mission, but that test job David had was to murk someone in their own building. And they immediately put 2 and 2 together. That building is used for Militech countermeasures. So you know what they did? They spun on the guy who reps Militech.
They never cared.
And I don't know how dude got up there, but he escaped and met up with who I'm assuming is his employer. And they mentioned something about a cyber skeleton being a market game changer. No clue what that is, but he immediately calls up Arasaka for a meetup. And they came to an agreement. We'll pay you more than what them broke ass Militech pays you. But first we need you to do something. A net runner. Ever since Tanaka's death, they've been a pain in the ass. $1 million for bringing them alive. half of that for just her head. And just like that, bro, switch sides. Then it cuts to Lucy calling Kiwi. They were pretty much talking about how David's been doing, how he stepped up and became a good leader, and how they miss her on the team and shit like that. But these two go way back. Kiwi was the one who put Lucy on, showed her the ropes, and that's probably why Lucy smoked some nasty ass cigs. Got that mess from her. What is this dude plotting? Then it cuts to David and Becca going on a murder spree. You know, the norm. When David freezes in the middle of a war zone. Now, Becca comes through and hits dude with a nasty combo. Look at the airtime on that. Shorty had loops. So after that, they had a little walk and talk. Becca mentions how she peeps David's tweaking problems, so he should go light on the chrome for a while. You know, that's some great advice that he's probably not going to take. Then we catch him at the crib going through it, just standing there staring at that picture until he just collapses. Now, Doc's gonna tell him straight up for the second time, you're a fucking dumbass, Troom. Lay off the chrome. Look at him, tweaking out again. So he gives him meds that are 9 times the standard dose. David tries to apologize and whatnot, but Doc was like, nah, it's good. Not like you're ever gonna come back here anyway.
Not a tale for the next dreamer.
So obviously they gotta talk about what just happened in there. And just like everyone else, Lucy tells Buddy he's tweaking. But he goes, nah, I'ma be fine. Maine and my mom both left me things to do. And then he finally mentions what happened in that Arasaka facility. He knows that he murked an innocent woman who reminded him of his mom, who also had a kid. It's like he knows he's losing it, but is so fixated on needing Chrome to succeed. But then he switches it back on Lucy. Like, damn, when Maine died, I didn't expect you to leave us too. I'm not mad though. You deserve a way out of this life. See, we know the actual reason why Lucy hasn't come back yet, but David has no clue. And anytime he asks, she says she can't say. So he was like, damn, you know, maybe we should go our separate ways. Thanks. Now, obviously, she doesn't want that, but at that exact moment, she got another alert. Gotta handle some business real quick. She gets there with the lasso of truth on go. It was a trap. She gets short-circuited, and look at this little bitch. Fuck you and everything you stand for. You just gonna rat out the homie like that? But turns out my Lucy revenge arc theory was wrong. She happened to find fouls on David that day, cause him having more tolerance for a tech made him a viable target for Arasaka. So she deleted his fouls, and I guess she was going after everyone who knows about him. And look how she's on a mission with Gang like she's still a part of it. I wanna believe you had a valid reason, but to be honest, unless you tell me they had your mom at gunpoint, I don't care. As of right now, you're an op, hoping for your downfall as we speak. But this job they're on right now was planned out and staged by Mr. Four Eyes to trap David. They gotta stop this convoy. They had decoys roll up to cause some havoc, so they're split up. We get a quick little flashback in this guy David, man. You see all them meds on his arm? Like, come on, dude. You know Maine and moms wouldn't want you to do that. So they pull up on the truck, and not gonna lie, David and Rebecca are the better duo. Lucy was not pulling off combo attacks like this. Another truck pulls up, and David knows damn well he shouldn't be using that move, but he just can't resist the clip farming. He used it again to get to the target and peep that there was no driver. So he came up with a plan to shoot the harpoon. He grabs it, wraps around the rock while they slam the brakes. Better hope no one runs up, cause y'all car got flipped too. I mean, I think we can handle 2 cars. You know? We would have died here if this wasn't staged. So they put him in an impossible situation, so David would be forced to use a cyber skeleton. And to make it even worse, Four Eyes fakes Lucy's voice, telling David that he needs to use her or everyone dies. And you know how he ends the convo?
David, I believe in you.
And that right there is how he folded. GG's. So Snake and Falco go get the car, and look at this bitch. I don't think I can ever forgive you. So we cut to Lucy and she's on go. That's 2 bodies. Then kicks that boy in the temple. I don't know why she didn't murk the guy like she did the other 2, but she calls David, trying to get him to stop, but it's too late. He's already installing the update. And like I just said, why didn't you murk the guy? Just hit your ass with an EMP. Then he takes your phone, FaceTimes your nigga, and got you kissing the ground on camera. And that has David tweaking on another level, on the verge of going cyber psycho. But good thing Becca was there, gave him some meds to calm down. So there's really only one option he has. and it's to use that damn suit. Blitz behind him takes their guns and lit them all up, and he can still use the speed force in that thing too. So this wasn't even a fight, it was just annihilation. They did not stand a chance. So as they're going for Lucy, they gave us this cool scene with David walking through the city again. Damn, bro. I know my dog not making it through this. His extra strong meds don't even work anymore. But then we see Four Eyes meet up with Snake. He goes for another, but she zips the arm. Look at this goofball bleeding out behind a dumpster. And now she's trying to give the coordinates to where he's at, like this shit ain't your fault. But when you get caught up, all of a sudden you want Lucy to be safe now, huh? Sorry, but I can't sympathize with snakes. But this experiment of theirs has gone out of hand. David is too strong to be stopped, but there's one who can. And that boy's already in a cut. He's been waiting all day to whoop ass. Meanwhile, Four Eyes got into a little altercation with dude he was talking with earlier. Four Eyes strayed too far off his leash and caused all this mess. Had everyone terrified. Almost took down the whole room, but that's when Adam slid through. Then Four Eyes started yapping as if that nigga was gonna save him.
Adam Smasher, hurry! Go
on, kill Four Eyes.
Goofy ass. Bro thought he was a part of the team. But David was like, oh, so you're Adam Smasher. Got up right in his face. He was sizing that boy up. Then we see that Four Eyes gets picked up by the trauma team and David was not having that. Not gonna lie, Adam, that was kind of weak. Oh no, that song is playing again. Why here? This ain't battle music, bro. So he murks Four Eyes and everyone in that car, grabs Lucy, and you telling me Adam got the speed force too? He hits him with a missile, Lucy trying to snap him back to reality, and she actually did it. What finding the right one can do for a man. Bro was a goner 2 seconds ago. So he lands back down with Gang. Becca greets Lucy on some sly shit. You know Lucy with the guy she wants. She can't be too nice. Then this dude Adam came from the top ropes. Hell nah, you're not about to action replay that shit. Nah, she better not be dead. If I press play and she died like that, 6 minutes left in the final episode, death by Goomba Stomp.
He crushed her.
The whole good one, ain't no way she going out like that.
Crushed her.
Nah, bro. See, that was unnecessary. What was the purpose? The episode's almost over. I don't even want to continue this shit no more. But the show must go on. He tried to fight Adam, but his body just can't take it anymore. Lucy comes through with the support, but this guy just stares at her. Did nothing but tickle his ears. Reversed it on your ass too. And that's when Falco grabs her and gets up on out of there. But Adam was not pleased. Alright, bro. You're a little too strong. I guess that's how it feels when the Speed Force is used on you. 1 second you're good, the next you see a life flash before your eyes. And they had the nerve to give us a montage.
Sorry. Wish we could go to the moon together.
That is always so annoying in anime.
Literally.
I hate that shit. Like, we see that. That's what makes me cry.
I'm hurt enough. I don't need to relive it. See, not many shows can make me tear up, but I'm gonna keep it real. Tears was flowing. This was only 10 episodes, but it feels like at least 24. And this damn song, bro, can never listen to it again. Gonna get immediate PTSD. But this is really the end for my dog. But don't get it twisted though, he went out like a G.
Whatever.
I know that's right.
Like I give a shit.
And then right after we see Lucy on the moon, man, fuck. Imagining David too, man. Damn.
That's tough.
Aww. Oh,
that was strange.
It's okay.
Literally.
Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, we're watching.
Oh wait, it's not over.
Oh, please do that.
Yeah, like I don't know if y'all ever watched Titan. Bruh, know what I mean? That junk was messed up. Dude was in like
that was rough.
I'm gonna go watch it and cry now because what the fuck?
Dang, so that's how I ended. That is insane.
That's a terrible way. Why did
If
it
y'all
have
haven't watched the anime,
like
go
that?
watch it because it's gonna hit even harder. Literally.
Really?
Saying like we just came out the movie theater, no cap. You know,
Literally.
That's what that's like.
A little popcorn, no cap, man. But what y'all got to say about this?
It was good. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. No.
Good and sad.
Yeah, I would not recommend to my worst enemy. Like, no, like, what the fuck? This shit is so sad. It's the fact that they get you so attached to these characters just to kill them. No,
so easy too.
Yeah.
At the end, like you did all this to lose that.
Literally, all that
What
work for
happened to
what?
happy
Like,
endings?
so much
A
faith
lot
in
of people be
David.
mad at me because I drop animes when my favorite character die. I be like, man, fuck the anime. They be like, are
No,
you
that
for
literally,
real,
I
I don't go no further.
always my
That's insane, but hey, hit that like, hit that sub, man. Follow these beautiful ladies. Thank y'all so much for coming out. We out, gang.